Hare Krishna. So before that we begin, we shall have some prayers for Sadhguru Prabhu's. Sahasra Vicharane Kanipunam Sat Sansthapato
आदर्भ संस्थापकौ
Loka Tirtharinam Sridhvane
लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने
मान्याय शरण्याकरौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ
श्रीजीवगोपालको Krishna Prabhu, and voice is not coming.
Hare Krishna, you are on mute, I guess.
I think due to high frequency, this
the 6 Goswamis. Namely, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Guru Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiv Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami were very expert in scrutinizing and studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the 3 worlds. And they are worth taking shelter of because they are adored more the gopis and are engaged in the constant loving service of Sri Radha and Krishna. Lokanam Hitakarinam. So the Sadhgoswamis that appeared to not just benefit this planet Earth, but Lokanam means many planets. So that's why they are worth taking shelter of. Because they are submerged themselves into the field of gopis. Okay, so we have begun the definition of Uttama Bhakti, God devotional service, in the last session. Anybody remember the sloka? You can recite it. Yes, Prabhu? Anyatlasita Shunyo. Jnana Karma Vedana Anukuli Krishna Anusayana. So you are a good teamwork. So every slokas, every pada is remembered by one. Very nice. So we have also discussed how so Prabhupada is breaking different padas of this sloka and then defining how pure devotional service should be. So so we discussed that first class devotional service is known by one's tendency to fully engage in Krishna consciousness in forgivable manner. We discussed also that this pure devotional service is a cultivation, Anushila. cultivation, following the predecessor, teachers, acharyas. Means there must be activity. As soon as we say cultivation, there must be referring to activism. Activities are there. So there are two types of activities. Some are do's, some are don'ts. So do's are pravritti, don'ts are nivritti, positive and negative actions. That in the beginning of Krishna consciousness, we are more focused on nivritti, क्या नहीं करना है, right? And little focused with pravritti, right? What do you do, bro? I avoid meat eating, I avoid illicit sex, I avoid intoxication, I avoid gambling. Wow, great. And what in a pravritti? I chant at least 60 rounds. So this becomes our sole slogan for Krishna consciousness for maybe some number of years. But this is not all. It's, cultivation means going from nivritti to pravritti slowly, isn't it? So, like for any hungry person, first, what is the first priority for taking food after someone? Hunger should go. बहुत भूख लगी है. Listen, of course, today, as tomorrow, hunger should go away, right? I'm only eater standard. But to remove the hunger is not only the goal of eating. Goal of eating is to get nourishment, to get healthy, right? Tushti and pushti. Tushti means I am now satisfied. Tushti. Pushti means the whole body, all the nutrients has already gone. I am feeling energetic to do service and work. That's what's called pushti. The purpose of eating becomes more tushti and pushti, not just sudha apayana, but it takes place. In the course of eating food, sudha apayana also takes place. Similarly, in devotional service, cultivation devotional service, pravritti and nivritti is important. In beginning, nivritti is very, very important. So, taking both things is important, isn't it? Like some people, they do not take care of nivritti. They immediately go to pravritti. You know? So, hardly they will take care of following four regulative principles and they will immediately jump to Radha Krishna pastimes. And in this way, they spoil their life, misunderstand Radha Krishna pastime, and seldom they are also found to be indulging into such pastime themselves, thinking themselves Krishna. Right? Yeah, it happens. They think that yes, now I am also looking Krishna, so let's do all for everything, enjoying with many maiden person. So, nivritti is as equally important as pravritti. As devotee advances in Krishna consciousness, pravritti should take over. Nivritti. Because nivritti is just like, it's a matter of time. It's like alleviation from suffering. The whole life is not be like fighting with the suffering for devotee. So we start enjoying the Krishna consciousness life. Right? As per pravritti. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will read from here. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, by Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, Lord Chaitanya states that it is a fortunate person who comes in contact with the bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. One who is serious about his spiritual life is given by Krishna the intelligence to come in contact with a bona fide spiritual master. One who is serious, very important. When they are serious about his spiritual life, Krishna gives the intelligence. Yesterday someone was asking that how to understand who is spiritual master. But this who will give this intelligence? Krishna will give you that. Then, by the grace of a spiritual master, one becomes advanced in Krishna consciousness. In this way, the whole jurisdiction of Krishna consciousness is directly under the spiritual energy. Krishna and the spiritual master. This has nothing to do with material world. When we speak of Krishna, we refer to the Supreme Krishna Godhead, along with many expansions. He is expanded by his plenary parts and parcels. He is differentiated parts and parcels in different energy. Krishna, in other words, means everything. It includes everything. Generally, however, we should understand Krishna to mean Krishna and his personal expansions. Krishna expands himself as Baldev, Sankarshan, Vasudev, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Ramana, Varaha, as well as many other incarnations and innumerable Vishnu expansions. These are described in Bhagavatam to be as numerous as uncountable waves. So Krishna includes all such instances as well as his pure unities. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that Krishna's expansions are all complete in eternity, blissful and omniscience. So by the mercy of Krishna, one finds Guru. By the mercy of Guru, then one finds Krishna. So, through the mercy of Krishna as Paramatma, one finds a sincere soul finds a Guru. A sincere soul. That's very important. And then he starts practicing Krishna consciousness under guidance of Guru. Then he finds Krishna not as a Paramatma, as a Bhagavan. There are Param Tattva, three features: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Yes, bro. So, Brahman is just all pervading, no form, inconceivable. But Paramatma is having form. And through Paramatma, one gets to the spiritual master. And when he practices Krishna consciousness, then what happens? Krishna Prapti Hoya. That's why we're saying every day. Sri Guru Chajamiratim. What then? Aise Uttama Ben. Yaprasade Purve Sarva. Asham. Then Guru Mukha Patma Vatya. Chitik Tikor Iya. Yaprasade Purve Harna Gauri. And then the one stanza comes, Krishna Prapti Hoye Jahan, Hoye Vihara Prasadat, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Prapti Hoye Jahan, Hoye. So what is this? Jahara Prasad means the mercy of the spiritual master. What is the mercy of the spiritual master? Mercy of the spiritual master is to accept the instructions of the spiritual master and follow it with great faith. So that person gets mercy, kripa, and not just like people they go, Maharaj, give me kripa. So not that. Kripa means following the instruction of the kripa, right? So when you follow it, then automatically Krishna is bound to get. Right? This is the history, right? Anybody, if some guru promises, it's real guru promises, then he is sure to fulfill. Right? Just like Dhruva Maharaj was promised by Narada. In 6 months you will get Krishna. So Krishna has to get in 6 months. Just a matter of Dhruva Maharaj following what his Guru Narada is to do. He is bound to. Krishna is bound to come because Krishna is in the hand of Guru. So whatever time you think that. Or when if Guru is not happy, then it may take millions of lifetimes, right, to get Krishna. Is it clear? Like for us, like Prabhupada and told, chant at least 16 down, follow for the relative principle, and preach. And then make this life your last life, and next life returning back to God. Means, if somebody follows this, means is 100% sure it's the deal between Jiva, Krishna, and Guru. So this this triple triangle, love triangle. Love triangle is having some deal. What is the deal? Guru tells to Jiva, Jiva, do this, and I will get you to. And Guru and Krishna already have a good deal. Right? Why? Because every day they sing, and then Priya Eva Tasya. They are very close. They have deal. Therefore, I will tell my sattras, Jivas, to do this. Would you able to come, agree to come to him? So Krishna has already agreed, yes. चलेगा इतना बोल दो that's the deal. So as disciple agrees sincerely to commit to the instructions given by Guru, then Krishna is bound. That's why we have also got in the same discipline succession, the same instructions, right? Like lyrics. So let's go ahead. Devotional service means presented Krishna conscious activity which are favorable to the transcendental pleasure of the Supreme Lord Krishna. The same thing is coming that devotional service means to execute Krishna consciousness activities, activities favorable to the transcendental pleasure of Supreme Lord. Activities should be done which is pleasurable to the Supreme Lord. And any activity which are not favorable to the transcendental favor of the Lord cannot be accepted as devotional service. Whatever is not favorable to the Supreme Lord, it cannot be accepted to be devotional service. You have to check that in our day-to-day life, if anything is there which is not favorable to the transcendental pleasure of the Lord, that we cannot say it will probably I am doing devotional service. We cannot say that. So, for example, somebody is thinking about Krishna, but is thinking about Krishna like Kans, Jarasan, Shishupal. So this cannot be called to be Navida Bhakti, Param Navida Bhakti, Smarana, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam. Chediraj, son, Shishupal, he also remembered Krishna. But as soon as he remembered Krishna, he spoke of Gali, rebuke. Kansa also remembered Krishna. Every time, day in and day out, he was remembering Krishna. Every time, you are so obsessively absorbed in Krishna consciousness that much not even devotees. Always thinking of Krishna. While sleeping also, but in fear. Bhayad console. In fear. That is not devotional service. Ravana comes here and just always thinking Krishna. But they are thinking of mother enemy. This sort of thinking cannot be accepted bhakti or Krishna consciousness. So this will be anukul. Anukul, favorable. They personally sometimes misunderstand devotional service in such a way that they divide Krishna from his paraphernalia and pastimes. For example, the Bhagavad Gita is spoken on battle to culture. So it's being told here that there are another kind of people, impersonalists. They say that Krishna is Krishna and rest of us are not so important. Getting the point? So they put more emphasis on Krishna, but not so much to his devotees, to his paraphernalia. But for the pure devotees, they not only love Krishna, but they love Krishna also along with to whom Krishna loves. Right? That's the love. Right? Like devotees, they not only love Krishna, but they will love Krishna's cows. They will love Krishna's land, Vrindavan. They also love Krishna's dear devotees, all the Gopals and Gopis, Nand Baba, Yashoda, Devaki. As soon as they remember their name, immediately they remember Krishna. Isn't it? Because they are so dear. So this is what is called devotee means. But impersonalist, listen, okay, Krishna is Param Brahman, but the rest of them, even Tattvavadis, they hardly find Radha Krishna, just Krishna. Many temples are there. You don't find Radha there. Only Krishna. Maybe some of them are being worshipped by impersonalists also. And they go to the temple and say, Tattvamasi. They say, Soham, Soham. Means what you are, that is me. So is you, Aham. So ho tum, ho main. What type of devotional service is this? There are also type of remembering Krishna, but this is not favorable. He's telling that I am you, then where is the point of loving devotional service? Right? Can like Ravi Prabhu there, and another Ravi comes and he tells, you are me. So what is the point of doing service here? Only sense gratification. He personalized the sense gratification. Yeah. So this is what there are some impersonalists. Also they worship Krishna. They chant the Hare Krishna mantras. But the purpose of chanting and purpose of worshipping is to merge into Brahmajyoti, merge into the existence of Krishna. Right? So this type of thing is almost demoniac only. There is hardly any reciprocation love. Even big demons also got the same destination as impersonalists, they seek for. Like Sisupal. Sisupal has got what? Sai Mukti. Right? Similarly, there was another guy, his name was Bakasur. He also goes Sai Mukti. But these Sai Muktis are actually very much easily accessible to the demons. And personalists, they get it after big exercise. So they are equal to the demons because they are not performing devotion service. So this is the summary understanding of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada writes here. Without this understanding, one is sure to misunderstand why the devotees are interested in battle devotion. One who is interested in Krishna becomes interested in his different pastimes and activities. The definition of a pure devotee, and given by Rupa Goswami Bhakti Swami can be summarized this thus. His service is favorable and always in relation to Krishna. Yeah, this is called pure devotion service. Favorable and in relation to Krishna. In order to keep the purity of such Krishna conscious activities, one must be freed from all material desires and philosophical speculation. It means jnana karmadi anamritam. Right? Jnana and karmadina. Any desire except for the service of the Lord is called material desire. And philosophical speculation refers to a sort of speculation which ultimately arrives at a conclusion of voidism or impersonalism. This conclusion is useless for a Krishna conscious person. Only rarely by philosophical speculation can one reach the conclusion of worshipping Vasudeva Krishna. So we have already discussed this. So Rupa Goswami has also mentioned in this definition of bhakti the word jnana karmadi. This karmadi, fruitive work consists of activities which are unable to help one attain pure devotional service. Many forms of so-called renunciation are also not favorable to Krishna conscious devotional services. So karma means fruitive activities, fruitive work, like many fruitive activities people do, like this manasa puja, that puja, so many so-called puja. But hardly they have anything connection with Krishna, right? And also they do fruitive activities in the sense they go and earn money. We also have earn money. The purpose and sole purpose for earning money is like Ravi provided for the pleasure of Krishna, right, bro? For the service of Krishna, right? Yeah, we could say that the different states of different degrees, but slowly we are advancing, gradually we are. So everything a devotee does is for the pleasure of Lord. That's what a devotee means. Because devotional service is also yoga, isn't it, bro? You should not feel like, bro, you are telling so much. It's not relatable to us. Yes, it is personal, right? See, if you see Gyan yogis, Jnana yogis are those 24/7, their only work is this impersonal vimarshanam, nirvikara, nirvishesh thinking. And I am not this body, I am soul. This is their business, whole day sitting work, but this is what they keep doing. That I am not this body, I am. So, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi. तो यही उनका बिजनेस है. क्या है? अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. सर्वम खलु इदम ब्रह्म. सब कुछ ब्रह्म है, सब कुछ. So this is what the whole time they are thinking. This is called Jnana Yogis. And Dhyana Yogis, they are also full time, they go to Himalaya. And Jnana Yogis also, they don't stay at home. Don't understand the Jnana Yogis, they stay at home and they think about it. How they think about it. But such Jnana Yogis, when they think, they stay at home, so their proverb changes. What their proverb is Jagat Mithya and Satyam Brahman. Brahman Satyam, Jagat Mithya. When they are at nearby home. So they are saying Jagat Mithya at one time, and later on they will say everything is Brahman. Yes. This is not good. This is not, it's not with integrity of their philosophy. Right? Today when there is something, tomorrow they will do something else. And so, but they also not supposedly practice Jnana Yoga at so-called home atmosphere. You understand? And Dhyana Yogis, to forget about it. The first principle is छोड़ो घर प्रवाह चलो घर जाओ. First principle. Yam means छोड़ो. Yam means that. Niyam means कुछ करो. क्या करो? यही करो प्राणायाम. Yam niyam आसन. पहले आसन. Then pranayam. Then pratyahar. Then dharana dhyan. Samadhi. So this is the Ashtanga process. And Bhakti Yogis are very good. Because Bhakti Yogis, we have great examples of almost all the Bhakti Yogis. They have practiced Krishna consciousness into their home also. Like the first person, his name is Swendu Mahajan. He is always at home. Swendu, Brahmaji at home. Of course, his home is not like us. The second person is not a home man. Then Shambhu, home man. But go and see his lifestyle, how is Shambhu's lifestyle, you go and check. One day, Parvati told them, my dear husband, you give big land, big property to your worshippers. But for us, ourselves, we don't have even a house. Why don't you construct a house or do something? We have children, kids, Kartikeya, Ganesh, where they will stay? And our daughters, like, anyway, they will get married, but this boy has to stay. So Lord Shiva told, okay, I'll make some arrangement. Lord Shiva constructed a big building, not building, a big house. And the ghar was, kya usko ghar bols, ghar pravesh, griha pravesh. So in the griha pravesh, he called some brahmanas, and they did yajna and all the things took place. And in the griha pravesh, the brahmana asked for dakshina. And Lord Shiva gave the house only dakshina. Parvati think, what a... So this is Bhakti Yogi. Lord Shiva is Bhakti Yogi. Do not think he is there with a wife. It doesn't mean that both things are happening. Bhakti Yogi. Sandhu, Narada, Sandhu, Kumar, Chatus Kumar again. Full time. Chatus Kumar. Chatus Kumar, full time. Even they fought with father. Father told, go and proceed ahead. Do progeny. Hare Krishna, Prabhupada. Please forgive me this life. I can't. So, Chatus Kumar. Kumar, Kapil Muni, another. Kapil Muni. He just stayed for long. That long he could instruct his mother, Kapil Muni. Devohuti son Kapil. Manu was Grihastha. Perfect Grihastha. But go and check his lifestyle in Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam. Early morning, he will hear Krishna Katha. Whole day he will do ruling according to Dharma Shastras, always remembering Krishna. And evening time when he will go to bed, he is a king. He will have his all different bards and singers. They will come and they will sing the narrations and pastimes of Krishna in evening time. Whole evening, even morning program and evening program. And hearing about Krishna, he will go into sleep. Shambhu Mani. Manu. Kumara Kapilo Manu. Then Prahlad Maharaj, were most famous and very dear to all the devotees. Check his lifestyle, Prahlad Maharaj lifestyle. Always remember Krishna. Always, 24 by 7. Even though his father was so against him, always, he never forgot Krishna. In every situation. Janak Maharaj, similar. Then Vishwadev, so difficult situation. Even I had to fight with Krishna also. But always remembering Krishna and favorably, what time? It's so difficult, right? You have to fight with Krishna and remember Krishna lovingly. Is it possible? But he makes it full time. But full time celibate also, full time celibate. Vishnudev, full time celibate. Even though around him, most beautiful girls of the planet were there, right? Like wives of Vichitravirya, Chitrangada, these all younger brothers, they got married and he himself got and get the wives also for his wife, for his brothers. And they were there, but he never got any sex impulses because he was always adoring Vishnu. Vishnu. Bali Maharaj. Similar. Bali Maharaj. Vaiyasaki, Sukhdev Goswami. They're all full timers. Are you able to see? Whether they are at home or else they are huh? Jungle. Sukhdev Goswami, as soon as took birth, he didn't even see the father's face and mother's face. Generally, yeah, immediately become like, ooh, like 16 years old boy, immediately. Their births were not like us. Like Vyasdev also immediately took birth, immediately grown. Immediately. And as जैसा बाप रहता वैसा बेटा सुखदेव गोस्वामी immediately took birth, immediately and यम प्रभृदंतम अनुपेत उपेत वैगायन विरह कातरा प्रभृदंतम. As soon as he got birth, took birth, immediately he started prabhrajantam. Like devotees, we have very big time inspiring devotees to go for camp, prabhrajantam. Mayapur, Katua, Srikhand, right? But Sukhdev son, as soon as we came out from the womb of mother, immediately camp. Camp alone. Alone going to Sankar. Always emerge into Brahman. Yasaki, Vayam, and Yamraj. Always remembering Krishna, doing tough service, punishing the sinful people. So, devotional service, it is Bhakti Yoga, exactly as Jnana Yoga and Dhyan Yoga. It is also a full-time job. It's a full-time, it's not a half-time job. Clear? So when we are, that's why we have to check like which option. That there are 12 Mahajanas. Which one is like really we can relate with, we can follow them. Like Swambhu Manu, very relatable, right? So ruling the whole day, but remembering Krishna at the same time. Morning program and evening program and go to bed. Right? So, very nice. We have also similar Prabhupada have given, Prabhupada have set up. Morning program, whole day, busy in services, but service for like devotees, they study for Krishna. They offer the studies to Krishna. Like somebody does job, doing job for Krishna. Huh? We have to make sure that we are remembering Krishna. Otherwise, it's all useless. Yoga karmashu kaushala. Connection only is the kaushala, the skill of doing any activity, what we do. And then we come back to evening, and then there is reading Bhagavad Gita and hearing some fasting to the Lord, like hearing yesterday I saw a very nice book. Somebody was hearing Prabhupada's Krishna book dictation. Who is hearing? Krishna book. Yeah, we're reading. So, hearing Krishna directly, reading Krishna book, direct Krishna consciousness, fast times of Krishna. So, like this is called a type of cultivation. Krishna consciousness is a cultivation. So that's very, very important. So, slowly what happens? Many forms of so-called renunciation are also not favored to Krishna conscious devotion service. So if somebody is not cultivating positive Krishna consciousness and he is trying to so-called renounce the world, that will not also help. What is important? Krishna consciousness is cultivation of Krishna bhavana, neither karmadi nor jnanadi. Jnana karmadi anavrutam. So this is the I think last slogan. We'll complete it reading it. This last slogan, quoted from Narada Pancharatra. This is the definition of bhakti. Previously, this is the definition of pure devotional service. And this is the definition of devotional service. Huh? Are you good? Are we here? Let's decide. यथा श्री नारद पंचरात्रे सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम् तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम्
तत्परतेन निर्मलम्
ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश
ऋषिकेन
सेवनं
ऋषिकेश
भक्तिरुच्यते.
सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते.
So this is spoken by Narad Muni in Panchamantra. Bhakti defined as service to the Lord using the senses. It should be done with the devotion to the Lord, free of all designations and without ambition. So, sarva upadhi, free from all designation. सर्व उपाधि आपकी क्या उपाधि है प्रभु? प्रभु मेरी उपाधि है, मैं देश का ओवरऑल कोऑर्डिनेटर हूँ। तो आप क्या करते हैं प्रभु? देखिए इतना गंदा है, सब गंदा लगा के रखते हैं। क्लीनिंग डिपार्टमेंट किनका है प्रभु? मेरा नहीं है। क्या है उनसे पूछिए। So no, not that type of सर्व उपाधि मतलब service is there, then without the upadhi, okay, let me see. I'll coordinate with overall coordinator. If I can do, I'll do this service. This just came out. This not feeling that I'm personally targeting you. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam, free from all the material upadhi designations. Tat paratvena nirmalam. Tat paratvena, with devotion. Paratvena. तत्परत्वेन मतलब तत् मतलब कृष्ण, परत्वेन मतलब डिवोशन, परत्वेन ममत्वेन, परत्वेन मतलब उनके प्रति। जो भी सेवा करते हैं, कोई भी कार्य करता है, तो व्यक्ति ये भाव रहता है कि मैं किसके प्लेजर के लिए कर रहा हूँ। तत्परत्वेन में डिवोशन, निर्मलम विदाउट ऋषि के ना मतलब सेंसेस। हमारी जो इंद्रियां हैं, कितनी इंद्रियां हैं आप? हाँ, 5 पंच ज्ञान इंद्रियां हैं, पंच कर्म इंद्रियां भी तो है। पंच के अंदर में कर्म इंद्रियां से कुछ से तो भगवान की सेवा कर ही सकते हो, हाथ से, और क्या क्या, मुख से और पैर से, हाँ, वाणी से, और तीन ही है। यूरिन और स्क्रीटम निकालने का पता नहीं, सेवा नहीं लगा सकते, लेकिन फिर भी उस समय भगवान को याद कर सकते हैं। आई एम डूइंग दिस सो दैट आई विल फील फ्रेश एंड आई विल डू सर्व नाइस वे। लेकिन पंच ज्ञान इंद्रियाओं को हम लोग भगवान की सेवा में बस रहे। अल्टीमेटली सारी इंद्रियां जो उन्हीं की हैं। यस नो, कोई इसमें डाउट है? उन्हीं की इंद्रियां हैं। भगवान ने अपनी इंद्रियाओं को क्या किया, हमें एक्सपेंड किया है कि आप लोग भी थोड़ा क्या करो, एक्सरसाइज करो। नहीं तो सो रहे होते महाविष्णु के पेट में गर्भ में कितने साल तक, 311 ट्रिलियन 40 बिलियन ईयर्स तक बिना सेंसेस के बस सो रहा है। खराटा नहीं आता वहां पर, लेकिन सो रहा है, कोई काम नहीं है, कोई न इंद्रिय का कोई काम है, कुछ नहीं, सो रहा है। लेकिन भगवान जब चाहते हैं कि बंदे लोग कुछ करे, कुछ इंद्रिय तृप्ति करना चाहे, कुछ लोग को इंद्रिय तृप्ति करनी है, करे। इनकी तो आध्यात्मिक इंद्रियां भी जागृत नहीं हुई है, क्योंकि अविद्या का पूरा प्रभाव है, मुझे भूले हुए हैं, तो इनको कुछ एक्टिविटी में दिखा। तो भगवान अपनी इंद्रियाओं को हमें क्या करते हैं, अपनी इंद्रियाओं को देते हैं। तो जब तक भगवान की इच्छा है तब तक हम अपनी इंद्रियाओं से क्या कर पाते हैं, इंद्रिय ग्राही वस्तुओं का भोग कर पाते हैं। इस तरह सो जब इंद्रियां उनकी है तो किसकी सेवा में लगनी चाहिए? हाँ? हाँ? भगवान की सेवा में लगनी चाहिए। तो लेकिन जब व्यक्ति भगवान की सेवा में नहीं लगाता, खुद अपने सेवा में लगाने लगते हैं, तो क्या होता है, समस्या खड़ी होती है। It's fully like this hand is there, his hand is there. Immediately there will be paralysis and his hand is there. No use. कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप। आपको बोलेंगे मेरा हैंड था पैरालाइज हो गया, लगा लो, कैन डू एनीथिंग। So this all Indriyas belongs to Krishna. And the Indriyas should be engaged in the service of. That's why Krishna is named Rishikesh, master of senses. Rishik मतलब senses and Kesh मतलब master, Lord. Sevaram bhakti muchyate. Serving the Lord with the senses is called bhakti, when one is free from all false designations. है कि नहीं प्रभु? अन्य अभिलाम, सॉरी, what is this? Sarva vinirmuktam. So free from all upadhi, doing service for the pleasure of Krishna. Sri Goswami has also quoted a definition from Nitaichandra as follows: one should be free from all material designations and by Krishna consciousness must be cleared of all material contamination. He should be restored to his pure identity in which he engages his senses in the service of the proprietor of senses. So, when our senses are engaged for the actual proprietor of senses, that is called devotional service. In our conditional state, our senses are engaged in serving these bodily demands. When the same senses are engaged in executing order of Krishna, our activities are called. As long as one identifies himself as belonging to a certain family, a certain society, or a certain person, he is said to be covered with designations. Means sarva. When one is fully aware that he does not belong to any family, society, or country, but is eternally related to Krishna, he then realizes that his energy should be employed not in the interest of so-called family, society, and country, but in the interest of Krishna. This is purity of purpose, the platform of pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness. That's why you see Srila Prabhupada's most of the lectures are always emphasizing this point. You are not this body, you are soul. You are not American, you are not Indian, you are not Rajasthani, you are not Gujarati, you are not Bengali, you are not Bihari, you are nothing. But you are something. And who are you? You are eternal servant of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada is preaching this because unless somebody has removed, purified from this Upadhi, he cannot even think about it to do devotional service. Yes, he cannot do it. Because he might be doing mechanical devotional service, but inside the mind, what will keep going? Karmatma buddhi, karmatma buddhi. I am doing for my body. I am doing for my family. I am doing for my nation. Yes? Happens or not? And many devotees, they go, Prabhu, please pray for me. Pray for whom? You are not this body, you are soul. Pray for whom? Baba, chant the holy name, do devotional service. Best prayers, everything is there. No body. It's okay. But when you get okay with the body, what you will do? I will do sense gratification. So for that purpose, please pray. Yeah. So is this devotional service? Kind of like mixed devotional service. Karma Mishra, Bhakti. But pure devotional service means for your pleasure alone. मारो भी राखो भी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा नित्य दास बढ़ते तुआ अधिकार. So for your pleasure only I am serving Allah. What's there? Yeah. So that's what Prabhupada is always stressing this point. That come out from this material upadhi. Sometimes devotees are also remain in upadhi for many, many years. Like somebody is, Prabhu, you are a brahmachari. So yes, I am a brahmachari. So this is also upadhi. So what to do? So I cannot do this service because I am brahmachari. I cannot do that service because I am brahmachari. You are a grihastha. I am grihastha also. I can do this service only. I cannot do that service. So this type of things are coming because we are still in the Vedic upadhis. So Mahaprabhu is telling what? Get out of all upadhis. Naham vipra nachinarpati, nahi vaishyo nashupro, naham varni nacha grihapati. सब उपाधि एक एक करके ना 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 हम ब्राह्मण ब्राह्मण न च नरपति न च I am a king न भी वैश्य न च I am a वैश्य न शूद्र शूद्र भी नहीं ना हम वर्णी no I am not belong to any varna न च गृहपति not I am not a householder न वनस्थ I am not a vanaprasthi न यतिर्वा I am not sannyasi. Who are you? Huh? So no gopi bhartu padi kamalayo das dasam dasaham. I am servant of the master of gopis, Gopinath. Who is master of gopi? Krishna. So this is what is the platform of your service. The service they starts then. When the connection, the Sambandha Jnana is established with Krishna. Right? Sambandha Jnana is established, then only we can do service, right? Otherwise, to whom we are feeding? Feeding to the photo or the marble? What? We are directly feeding bhoga to Krishna, right? The first Sambandha Jnana has to be established. Then the things start. ठीक है नहीं? पहले कनेक्शन उसके बाद कन्विक्शन होता है क्या होता है ठीक है नहीं जैसे प्रोविजन जैसे डॉक्टर है पहले लोगों के साथ संबंध बनाना आप कहाँ से आए हैं कैसे आए हैं उसके बाद फिर उनको समझ में आता है कि अच्छा ऐसा बैकग्राउंड है ऐसे ऐसे समस्याएं हैं फिर वो इनको ला देते हैं ठीक है नहीं इसी प्रकार से हमारे साथ भगवान के साथ पहले संबंध ज्ञान होना चाहिए That's why we read Prabhupada books. Prabhupada book पढ़ते हैं तो पता चलता है कि I know this body man for. उसके बाद क्या? We are eternal servant of Krishna. उसके बाद क्या? We can serve Krishna. If you don't reach the Prabhupada book, then the Sambandha Gyan never takes place. Then the whole devotion service becomes a big burden. Right? क्यों मैं कर? हरे कृष्ण. क्यों ही पता नहीं है भूल जाते हैं. So that's what the devotion service. सर्वोपाधि vinirmuktam तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेश सेवनम भक्तिर चते sorry okay so keep it here we completed nectar of instruction introduction for number of slokas so we saw how Swarup Goswami starts with the what's going to come in whole nectar of devotion. Nectar of devotion is filled with rasa bhakti rasa amrita sindhu and giving the sloka that how Sri Krishna has pleased Srimati Radharani, attracted some gopis and put some gopis under his control, like Lalita, Kalika, Lalita under control, and some other Palika attracted him, and Radha he pleases Radha. Is Radharani the top, like the oldest of all the gopis, top class gopis. So even Krishna serves the Srimati Radha. Lalita is like almost of Krishna's age, so he puts under control. And Kalika and Palika, they are younger, so he attracts with his beauty. Of course, Krishna's beauty is unlimited. So, with all this loving rasas are going to be revealed in Bhakti Samsung. That's why the first sloka only Rupa Goswami tells us. The teacher of movie going to come. Don't miss the movie. Very rustic movie is going to take place. And afterwards he defines what is pure devotion service. Yes. And also he tells that what are the different four sections of ocean of devotion service. And every ocean, every section there are different waves. Lahari. And we are now in the Eastern division. Four laharis. One is general discussion devotion service. Second is devotion service, Sadha Bhakti. Third one is Bhava Bhakti. And fourth one is Prema Bhakti. Four laharis. Okay, so we shall keep it here. Devotees, if you like to say something, share something. Reflection, some comment. Yeah. Online. Abhishek, good.
Thank you so much, Professor. Such a wonderful class. So I have a question, bro.
Yes, bro. Please tell.
So, what's the difference between Ravana, Kamsa, or Hiranyakashipu's thinking about Krishna, and what is the difference and Gopis of Vrindavan's thinking about Krishna, and what is the ultimate like result of both of these?
I could get it that you're asking that no, this speakers.
Yes, bro.
Stephen.
May I repeat?
Please repeat, bro. I changed my speaker.
Actually, bro, I was asking that what's the difference between the thinking of Ravana, Kamsa, and Hiranyakashipu's thinking about Krishna, and the Gopis of Vrindavan's thinking about Krishna, and what's the ultimate result of both of these?
Oh, we discussed. Very nice. Nice question that you asked, Prabhu. That what is the difference between thinking of Ravana Kansa? What is the difference between thinking of Ravana Kansa and thinking of Srimati Radharani and other gopis? What Krishna? So Krishna Pratikul and Krishna Anukul. One is thinking in Krishna Pratikul. Sorry, Kansa is thinking how I'll kill Krishna. He is fully planning, always absorbed in planning. अक्रूर जी आप जाइए जाइए लोगों को लेकर आइए कृष्ण बलराम को अच्छे से लाइए इन लोगों को इधर गार्डन में रखिएगा उसके बाद यहाँ पे खुआलिया पीठ नामक हाथी है इसको पागल हाथी है इससे मरवाएंगे उसको इससे बच जाएगा तो फिर अंदर आएगा तो रेसलिंग करवाएंगे चाणक्य मुष्टि को तैयार करके रखेंगे साल सब तैयार है हाँ उसको मारेगा ये सब बहुत ऐसा पहलवान सब ऐसे तो खतरनाक लोग हैं कितनों को मार चुका है छोटे बच्चों को मारने में क्या है पूरा प्लानिंग करना बट ऑल practical. This is not devotional. Because of such type of devotional service. One, if somebody thinks about Krishna, he will get benefited, whether Pratikul or Anukul. Kansa also got benefited. He got Bhukti. Before he was a Kalnemi demon. Kalnemi took part in the Kansa. But Krishna, he liberated him. So, but devotees, they don't think in that way. Like Gopis are always thinking Krishna is on the Vrindavan village, out in the pasturing grounds, and they are thinking that, oh, Krishna's lotus feet so delicate, like even more delicate like lotus flowers. And those feet are he's putting his feet in the stibbles and in the Trinamapure, the grasses, the offshoots of grasses. It will be picking it up. It's like intolerable for us. And thinking like this, they're trying older. So this is another observation. Thinking Krishna. So this is favorable thinking, right? Out of love. So what happened to them? Gopis. talking about Krishna like that. What happened, bro? They're already ever limited souls. But when Lord Sri Krishna does his pastimes, manifest pastimes, some gopis are coming, they come from spiritual world. And some are also, those who are practicing sadhana bhakti in the previous lifetime, they also get to associate with the liberated gopis also. So, both of them. So, ultimately, they will, next life, they will be in Golokula. Means spiritual world. So, that's thinking is said to be cultivated. Anushilanam. Anusilanam has to be. That's why devotee, you don't have so much anusilanam thinking. That's why Guru gives that thinking. You should think how to preach the holy name throughout the whole world. This is also desire of Krishna, right? So, when Tamal Krishna Sena was telling Prabhupada, oh, wow, I'm not able to chant nicely. So much problem here in Juhu. Oh, always thinking that when these demons will attack us, and the Juhu land issue. So what to do? I'm so much in anxiety, so much anxiety. I'm not able to chant nicely. But what else? Don't worry. Take this anxiety in this lifetime. this anxiety is good because this anxiety is for Krishna, favorable anxiety. So many devotees that take tension and anxiety for preaching the holy name, for propagation of Krishna consciousness. This anxiety is topmost absorption, samadhi action. This is what is called anxiety. The gopi the feeling anxiety. Otherwise, what anxiety we have? Yeah, either you take the anxiety for Krishna, you automatically Maya will give you anxiety. So Maya is already there. Anxiety will be there. Yes, no problem. लेकिन एंजाइटी तो कहीं से लेना ही चलेगा डिटेल वर्ल्ड ही बना हुआ है कुंठ नाम है इसका बट हियर इफ somebody gets the anxiety of Krishna and the real essence of life right, that will propel us to the kingdom of God. Otherwise, anxiety this material world will again sink us more and more down into hellish condition. Hare Krishna.
So, they say that six sense organs, they are subjected to six, five sense organs are subjected to six kind of gifts, like lamentation, illusion, infirmity, death, hunger, and thirst. So means this come by the sense organs to us. This is said.
This sixth organ mind is having the six features, right?
Means the five sense organs through which knowledge is acquired are subjected to six kind of gifts.
Six categories. So what are they? Sure.
They are lamentation, illusion, infirmity, death, hunger, and thirst.
Right. So what's the question?
Means five sense organs. These visualities come through the five sense organs.
This is connected with the mind. With all the features of mind. Getting the point. Lamentation. Lamentation means thinking about something which we have lost. Right? Who is suffering? Mind is suffering. Huh? He is connected with false ego. He has connected a particular thing in a possessive relationship with the soul. Soul has nothing to do with the thing, but false ego is connected. And it comes to mind. And he's thinking, oh, I lost it. I lost it. Similarly, lamentation as comes illusion. You from into that. You think something else. So rope to be snake, snake to be rope. The mind's business. Then, huh? That's information. Huh? Infirmity means what do you say? It's not insecure. Infirmity means type of diseased condition. Infirmity, diseased condition. Infirmity. physical or mental weakness. Physical weakness means old age and old age, infirmity come to men. So
After that, let's say material body is covered by 7 layers: skin, muscle, marrow, bone, fat, and semen.
mm,
How semen material body is covered?
semen. Semen are there are seven things. No? Semen is also one of the elements by which is produced by our food intake. Semen is also one of the elements. So this is covered means not fully covered. The part of it is there. It's getting the point. It's like what are the other things are there? Bone,
Skin,
skin, muscle,
blood,
blood,
bone,
marrow.
bone.
There are different places. Marrow is there in the bone. Marrow is not covering the bone. It's there inside the bone. Right? Similarly, muscle. Muscle everywhere you don't find muscle. Like where is the muscle here? Directly the bone. Similarly, this semen is also there at a particular place. At a particular time it comes out like that. So they are the seven things. So seven things. Whatever we eat, it gets divided into seven things. Nutrients. Huh? There also are some secretion fluid. The counterpart of semen is something in there. Yeah, that's a subtle things of semen. It's not semen in the. It's a very refined form of virya. It's not semen directly. Yes. Urdhva reta is reta. The semen is going upward. Is it not? It will not go in the refined and condensed form of semen. It is. That's not the semen goes. Semen gets such a So, so some people they say "Oh, the semen is having gold particles. Some researchers they say gold particles are there. All different minerals are there. Very essential minerals are there in semen. So maybe those minerals preserved when they fortify the brain cells. The brain become very powerful, very sharp, and they can do great miracles. Information power increases because of this. One becomes very one. Is there in the semen? In the, this
One more thing, the Lord has two energies, superior energy and inferior energy.
Lord has two energy, superior energy and infinite energy.
Three
Three energies.
potencies.
Yeah.
And three potencies.
Three potencies.
General, external, and partial. So, what is the difference between potency and potency?
Potency and energy. It's almost the same thing. This is a type of division we have done this differently. Internal energy and external energy. Lord is having two energy. Internal energy and external energy. But again you divide it then in internal and external energy three times in potencies. Internal potency, internal energy. External potency, sorry. External energy, then the two potencies. Bahiranga Shakti and no. Tatastha Shakti. Right. Tatastha Shakti. So in that also Tatastha is there is a different another subdivision. Like in external energy means this whole material world, which is actually this dead matter. This is external energy. But this external energy running by whom? So there is Tatastha Shakti running it. Right? Tatastha Shakti running it, right? If Tatastha Shakti remove it, you remove all the souls from this material world. What will remain? Huh? Nothing will remain. Nothing will remain. All group. And remove Paramatma, then nothing will remain. कुछ भी दिखेगा ही नहीं सब स्ट्रक्चर इसलिए है क्योंकि सब परमात्मा और आत्मा तो वहां से है ना ऐसा प्रधान चला है प्रधान मतलब नॉन मैनिफेस्टेड अनडिफरेंशिएटेड एनर्जी प्रधान है
Huh? Nirgun Brahma. Nirgun Brahma is different. Pradhan is Mother Parvati in the maiden form. It's Maya, but non-differentiated and non-manifested. It's different from Brahman. Brahman is directly connection with Krishna, but Maya is also in the form feature in which there is no differentiation, there is no manifestation. There is no manifestation Trigun. Trigun starts getting when Kala gets into Kala Bhairav, and then the Jivas, and she gets impregnated, and then varieties appears. So then whole material world starts. पूरा कलरफुल सब चल रहा है. क्यों चल रहा है? क्योंकि भगवान परमात्मा के रूप में प्रवेश किए और सभी जीव भी प्रवेश किए. भगवान नहीं प्रवेश करे, जीव ना प्रवेश करे तो कुछ भी नहीं है. अब अनमैनिफेस्ट हाँ उसमें हाँ कहाँ परमात्मा नहीं है. जीवात्मा भी है परमात्मा भी है. हर जगह पे कोई भी ऐसा जगह नहीं है जीवात्मा परमात्मा नहीं. सर्वगत स्थानो सर्वगत सब जगह कहीं पे कम है कहीं पे ज्यादा है लेकिन हर जगह पे. आप बजाएंगे मटेरियल यूनिवर्स का जो शेल है क्या बोलते हैं उसको बांग्ला में तो खोसा. नारियल का खोसा होता है तो अंदर में पानी ऊपर में लेयर सब खोसा होता है. शुरुआत में जो मोटा खोसा होता है बहुत ही चिक होता है. उसके बाद फिर वो जाला जाला होता है. मटेरियल यूनिवर्स इज ऑल्सो लाइक दैट. द फर्स्ट खोसा ऑफ अर्थ कम्स. उसका विड्थ कितना है? जितना अंदर में यूनिवर्स में स्पेस है उसका 10 टाइम्स उसका अर्थ का थिकनेस है. आप समझ सकते हो. और अर्थ का थिकनेस का 10 टाइम्स है पानी है. और पानी का 10 टाइम्स फायर है. फायर का 10 टाइम्स फिर वायु है. वायु का 10 टाइम्स फिर स्काई है. स्काई का 10 टाइम्स महत्तत्व है. महत्तत्व का 10 टाइम्स प्रधान है. तो अगर देखा जाए तो खोसा ही है. स्पेस तो है ही नहीं जिसमें हम लोग रहते हैं. तो इतना प्रत्येक खोसे में प्रत्येक खोसा मतलब संस्कृत कोश बोलते हैं. कोश कोश को ही बांग्ला में खोस बोलते हैं. प्रत्येक कोश में जीव का वास है. प्रत्येक कोश में समझ रहे. और कंडेंस्ड कोश है सब. एवरीवेयर जीवन आर देयर. इवन इन ब्रह्मज्योत इवन इन महातत्व जीवन आर देयर. इवन इन फॉल्स देयर इज अनदर कवरिंग ऑफ अहंकार. जीवा is there also. Pradhana and Jiva is there. Jiva everywhere. And along with Jiva, Paramatma is also there. So, seems like quite complicated. But what's the use of staying in this material world? Kosa, some people stay in the open space here inside the universe. Some people stay in different layers of kosa. क्या मतलब है? कोई मतलब नहीं. तो घूम रहे बस. Return home back to Godhead with loving relationship with Krishna. है कि नहीं? रुद्र प्रभु. ओके. हरे कृष्ण. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल.